got some another video for you guys, and I'm here with another video similar to my last one, talking about another character that I think should get a reboot or a remake, and that is The Mask. Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are probably gonna ask me, who is The Mask? Now, The Mask isn't really that much of a familiar character. You know, he's not really that well known as other characters, but let me just give you guys a little explanation. So The Mask pretty much is, now, there's two different versions of him. Now, if you guys seen the Jim Carrey film, which yes, I've watched, well, let me give you like a little fun story. When I actually saw Son of the Mask first. I saw it way back in 2004 when it was first released. And as a kid, I was able to enjoy it. Of course, hey guys, I was only a kid, so don't jump on my back. So then, after that happened, so I saw that movie, and then guess what? It was in 2014, I think, or 2012. I think it was 2011, actually, 2011, where I got both movies. I bought both of them. It was in one like case, whatever you say it. I guess like a 2-disc set, whatever. And guess what? I did not watch The Mask until a couple of weeks earlier. I mean, a couple of weeks ago. I'm not even joking. I barely saw The Mask just recently, and I had that movie for like 7 years. I'm not even playing around right now. So, but yeah, and after seeing the Jim Carrey movie, it's no surprise why people hated Son of the Mask. Yeah. Now, I don't hate Jimmy Kennedy. I think he's a funny guy. He was funny as in both Malibu's Most Wanted and Kicking It Old School. Those two movies are like some of my favorite comedy films of all time. They are that funny. But of course, yeah, when you're comparing Jim Carrey to Jamie Kennedy, yeah, Jim Carrey is way more funnier. I mean, he brought a lot of characters like Ace Ventura, The Grinch, The Mask, hell, even the Riddler. He brought all those 4 guys to life. And hell, even movies like Me, Myself, and Irene. That movie is fucking funny. That movie was hilarious. I love that movie. And he was also good in Kick-Ass too, so there you go. Yeah, I know he didn't like the role, but you know, because I forgot some controversy happened in real life and it made him like regret doing it. But yeah, but back to the point though. So it was enjoyable. Like, don't get me wrong, the movie I thought was fun to watch. It really was. And and the special effects too were good for its time. You know, the CGI, whatever, I thought was good. Because that was made in '94, so that surprised me, it really did. But yeah, so it was a very enjoyable film though, it really was. I liked it, you know, it was funny, and all in all, it was very enjoyable. And yeah, like when it comes to the sequel, yeah, now that I look back at it, again, it's no surprise why people hated it. Like the whole baby thing was so stupid, like, I don't know, like I didn't get it. But yeah, so the whole baby thing I thought was stupid, and I don't hate that actor. What's his name? Alan Cumming, I think that's his name, Alan Cumming. I don't hate him. I liked him in Spy Kids, you know, as Floop. I liked him in X-Men United. He was Nightcrawler. He was good in those 2 roles, but this, yeah. But, so yeah, so now that that's out of the way, you know, just my brief thoughts on the films. But now I want to talk about my thoughts on why I think there should be a reboot, or aka a remake. Now, if you do not know The Mask in terms of the comics, hear me out. And I'm pretty sure most of you already know about this guy, but he is a complete psycho. He is just a maniac. He is a force to be reckoned with. Now, I actually did not even know about this until recently because I was watching a video by Watch Mojo. They were talking about characters that we want to see in fighting games, and then number 1 was him, and they're like, they should put him in Killer Instinct. So that's how I pretty much got introduced into like the comic version. And of course, I even looked him up. And yeah, now he's kind of like the Crow, or Ghost Rider, or guys like that, but mostly like the Crow. Now, as you guys know, the Crow can be really anybody. Anybody who's been wronged can be resurrected and get their revenge on people who wronged them. With the Mask, it's kind of similar. Anybody can wear the mask and they become this violent sociopath. Now, I don't know much about the Mask other than, yeah, again, he's crazy as he kills people. He goes on a killing spree. He's just a monster. Now, initially, I asked myself, why would they do that? Why would they take a character like that and make him into a complete goofball? My explanation, or my guess, is that they just wanted it to go watch. They probably just wanted families to go watch it in theaters with their kids. Now, I have no issues with like movies being like PG or whatever. Obviously, you know, because obviously there are some movies that are meant to be family friendly. But not every movie is gonna be family friendly. You're gonna have a couple of rated R films. You're gonna have blood, violence, bad language, a bunch of like, you know, sex scenes, whatever. You're gonna have a bunch of rated R shit. And this ain't the first time this has happened where like they turn something into PG, whatever. The same thing happened with the Turtles movie. Now, if you guys remember the first ever Turtles film, which I love, they use their weapons in a lot of scenes in that movie, which of course, I mean, why wouldn't they? However, apparently parents complained about violence in that movie, which I'm like, first of all, there was no violence at all. So they complained about it, and it forced them to in the sequel. The turtles are literally using nothing but like they're not even using their own weapons. They're using a variety of other weapons. So they're was pretty much they stay glued in their shells. It's like, what? Like, in the first film, it's not like they stabbed anybody or killed anybody. If they would have been killing people all bloody and everything, okay, that would have made sense. But sure, they used weapons, but it's not like there was any blood or anything. So that was stupid. Now, to be fair, it didn't really matter in the third installment because in the third movie, they went back to using their weapons, but still, that was dumb. And I can almost promise you that if this movie were to get announced, you know, oh, we're gonna do a masked remake, but we're gonna use the comic version, I can almost guarantee you that people are gonna be pissed off or upset, saying the first two films were family friendly. You know, the character, you know, was fun to watch. Why is it that in this new movie he's gonna be violent? Which is like, you see, people are obviously not gonna know that they're not gonna know that in the hold on guys, I gotta do something. They're not gonna know that in the comics he's a violent sociopath. It's dumb. You know, I almost promise you that there's gonna be a bunch of complaints. Oh, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if there's parents saying, oh, I took my kids to see those two films. So why is it that now they're making him violent? He's violent in the comics. It's like Punisher. Punisher is violent as hell, but in the movie or the Netflix show, you didn't see them turn him into a family-friendly character because it would be stupid and weird. So there are just some characters that, again, not every character or movie is gonna be family-friendly. There's gonna be some psychotic characters who kill people, do all this crazy shit. So people need to realize that. And again, it's been more than and I think, honestly, I think a big reason why we never got other movies because I think that sequel really damaged the character. But it's time to get a new movie though. It's time to get a mask remake, reboot. I just want to see how they would do, especially with the comic version. I want to see him brought to life. Can you imagine too, like how it would be? Like, you know, for some reason I'm getting like a Red Skull kind of vibe, you know, because you know, it could look somewhat similar to a Red Skull in Captain America's First Adventure. And I say that because in the comics, it is a skull. It is a skull when he puts the mask on. So it could be similar to something like that, you know, maybe. Overall though, yeah, I really do feel like this character should get another movie, but let's use the comic version just to see how it would be. And honestly, I think it could be awesome. I think it could be fucking epic, you know, and especially the hardcore fans of this character. I mean, yeah, I don't know if this guy has that big of a fan base or whatever, but it could definitely work. It could definitely pay off. It really can. And I want to see it. I want to see this character get another shot, but again, with the comic version. I don't know, guys, but yeah, so that's my thoughts on it. I mean, like I said, I had no problem with what they did to him in the movies. He was, you know, Jim Carrey, without a doubt, brought the character to life. Well, there's a different version of him, and it was fun for its time. It really was. But again, I want to see this version of him though. Like, can you even? And now I don't know if he's supposed to be an anti-hero or what. Again, I'm still looking him. You know, I'm still doing research on him. I'm still getting to know this character. But overall, yeah, I really do believe that he should get another chance. But yeah, so that's my thoughts on it. But again, now if you've seen the movies, you guys can let me know your thoughts on the movies below. But again, me personally, I feel like this character should get another chance. But again, like, use the comic book version. And again, I do not be surprised, you know, I'm telling you right now, that if this were to get announced, do not be surprised if you hear a bunch of angry people asking the question, why is it that they're turning him into this when he wasn't like that in the movie? Like, yeah, I don't know, I feel like that's gonna happen, but we'll see. Alright guys, so yes, that's my thoughts on it. Again, I think this has major potential if it ever gets announced. I think it could be one of the funnest movie, one of the funnest comic book movie adaptations of all time. And all in all, yeah, and if it does happen, I'll look forward to it. All right, so yeah, guys, so that's pretty much my thoughts on the movie or the movies and why I think you should get a new movie. Again, you know, the whole Jim Carrey thing was cool and everything, whatever, but we need to get a movie with the violent side. I want to see how he is, you know, or I just want to see how it would be, and hell, it could even be successful. I mean, well, not to be before this video. I mean, that's the thing too. Like, when you look at when you look at some of the Marvel films, not Punisher. Well, like, I actually like Punisher. It was, but you know, it didn't really. I don't think it did as good as I think it did. But when you look at Deadpool and Logan, those were rated R and they were huge successes. They were successful. So that just shows right there that you can still make a lot of money with a rated R comic book movie. Watchmen. I like Watchmen. You know, I actually enjoyed Watchmen. You know, but it was polarizing. I don't really know if that movie was successful either or not, but I like that movie too. That movie was violent too, but it worked. It was super violent, by the way. Yeah. So that's it, guys. So that's pretty much my thoughts on why The Mask needs a new movie. And yeah, guys. So let me know. Do you think he should get one? And if you do believe he should get one, why do you think he should get one? And if it were to get announced, will you be looking forward to it? All right, guys. So that's pretty much it. All right, be sure to click that notification. Remember, you like and subscribe until the REKLEZ rich. Signing out.